Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I've got some really embarrassing news to tell you all. So obviously with the GTR, I've got panniers and a top box. A GTR came with the panniers, but I've obviously added a top box, and it's no longer there. Oh great, look at this traffic. It's long gone. So what happened? So basically over time my top box seemed to be getting a little bit loose. I think basically what it was the plate on the back of the bike started to split, and yeah, I was riding with not a lot of stuff in the top box, to be honest. It was only probably about 4 kilograms, so not heavy. I think the top box can take 10 kilograms maximum. And yeah, I was going down a country road, not a horrible country road, quite a nice smooth tarmac one like I'm on now, and yeah, I went over a bump, and the bump kind of finished the top box off. I saw it in the wind mirrors, because my wind mirrors are nice and low on the GTR, and as it went I could just see it drop off. So it's fallen off. I've got some personal belongings in the top box, and I am just looking in my rear view, or sorry, my wind mirrors, to try and locate on the road where the box has gone. So I'm looking over here, still can't find anything. I'm thinking, well, the top box has definitely fallen off. And this is where it gets fun. So I then look down and I see the top box just overtake me, because obviously I'm slowing down at this point. I'm slowing down because I need to stop and pick up the top box. It just overtakes me, and I'm like, right, okay, the top box has just decided to shoot off down the road ahead of me. Fantastic. At that point, well, there's one car coming. There's always one car coming. There's no cars on this section of road prior or after for a minute or so, and it smashed into the front of that car. Absolutely obliterated it all over the carriageway. I was gutted. Absolutely, truly gutted. It was a Givi, I think it was a TREKKER Top Box. I had it on Africa Twin for a couple of years. I had it on this bike for a little while, and yeah, gone. So the top box survived the fall, which I'm really impressed with. Givi, your top box to fall off of a motorbike doing 50-60 miles an hour, that's pretty good. I'm very impressed. It then slid, and it slid for several meters. It was going some still at those speeds, just shooting off down the road. And then, oh, by the way, there is footage, don't worry, I'm not just telling you a story, I've got footage to show you guys. And then it just couldn't survive the obliteration of that car hitting it at probably 40 miles an hour, because let's face it, most people don't do 60 miles an hour in a 60, even though they can, and there's nothing slowing them down. Yeah, it hit the top box and boom, absolutely blew it to pieces. So here is that footage of my top box getting mullered on the road. There we go. What can I say? I'm so glad that I recorded it, because no one was hurt. The car was only minor damage. The front grille down the bottom cracked, and yeah, I mean, no issues at all. The chap was spot on. He was quite reasonable over it. We sorted it all out, exchanged insurance details, went all above board, and then yeah, job done. No dramas at all. No one was hurt. That's the main thing. Although phoning my insurance company and saying that my top box has fallen off of my motorcycle and a car has hit it, they couldn't get their head around that. It's a motorcycle insurance company, and they couldn't understand that a top box fell off but no one was injured. Like, I wasn't injured. I said, yeah, it's a bit of luggage that sits on the top of my bike and it fell off. Yeah, anyway, so it is what it is. It fell off. I need to get a top box now, so I'm in the process of waiting for another Kawasaki plate to turn up. Once that plate's turned up, I can then actually get it put back on the bike, and then with it on top of the bike, I'll then be able to buy a new top box, a top box mounting plate, and get that put on. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to go for. Obviously it's going to be a Givi top box, but I want something that's a little bit sleeker, a little bit more stylish for the GTR, because obviously the Trekker one was absolutely perfect for the Africa Twin, but then when you go to put it on the GTR, it just looked really out of place. So obviously it was an adventure style bike box on a sports tourer, or a tourer. Just did not look good. So in a way it kind of done me a favour. Okay, I had to fork out 300 quid, but still I've now got to get a top box for a couple of trips that we got planned coming up soon. Get some fueled, because the GTR's a little bit thirsty. I'm actually 189 miles, 190 miles to this tank. Does anyone else have a GTR that watches this channel? Because I'd like to know what other people are getting. I put a feeler up on the Kawasaki GTR forum on Facebook, just to see what mileage people were getting out of them, and people are getting similar miles, no more than about 200 miles to a tank, which, well, I thought E10, yeah, cause it's going to be done within a couple of days anyway. Yeah, I thought the GTR would be giving you more mileage. At the end of the day, it's a big beastie touring bike, so why is it only doing 200 miles to a tank where it's like a 22 litre tank, I think? So it's got the capacity to be a big bike. Sorry, a big bike, it is a big bike. It's got the capacity to be a big touring bike and do heavy mileage, but the fuel range is only 200 at a push. I'm going to have to definitely put a jerry can on one day and just see if I can get the most out of it and see what that comes in at. Let it run out completely, put a jerry can on the back, put 5 litres in, and go from there. See what I get. There you go, that is full to the brim. Lovely, and £30, 2p, 20 litres, so she must have been quite low. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it there. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my story about the top box falling off. I thought it was quite funny, bit annoyed to start with obviously, but hey ho, it's one of those things, isn't it? It happens. Right guys, thank you for watching, ride safe, and I'll see you soon.